Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are finishing up Arcane. This is, season 2, the final season, episode 9. It's titled The Dirt Under Your Nails, right? Not fingernails? No, just
nails.
The Dirt Under Your Nails. Not quite sure what it's referencing right now. We could stop theorizing, but
let's not.
I guess I just really want to see how they're going to wrap up this amazing series, this amazing journey. Do you have anything you want to say before we start? No. All right. Please subscribe if you haven't done that already. Like the video, throw in a comment. It really helps out when you do that. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so over on Patreon and right here on YouTube with YouTube memberships. Links in description, pinned comment, all of that. And now, let's do it. The finale of Arcane. Here we go.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but like one of the first times I think it was maybe the first time we met each other, I actually showed you whatever League of Legends, like the little cinematic.
You
trailers.
did?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I actually think I remember that. And look where we are now.
Yeah.
Holy moly, her hair.
Goodbye, Silco.
Goodbye, Silco's chair, at least. Yeah, I know. Like, what it symbolizes. Letting go of it all by burning it to the ground.
Oh, she actually cut off her hair.
She actually did.
Wait! Echo! Oh,
I just got craziest chills. She was just about to... No.
Yep.
Oh, and he has the thing where he can... Yes!
4 seconds.
He's gonna keep doing that until you agree to talk to him.
Always a dance with you.
Oh.
I think I'm just gonna sit here a minute, see if I can talk an old friend out of blowing us up.
I'm tired of talking.
No! No matter what happened in the past, it's never too late to build something new. Someone worth building it for.
Come on, Echo.
We're meant to lose this fight if he reaches the Hex Gates.
Then we'd best stop him.
Whoa. Okay, and then just right into it. They're not even using Victor's army yet. Okay. Using the Hexgate technology. Cannons.
So who's she carrying?
Oh, she thought for a second. Whoa. Damn! Well, of course, she's a
Beast.
A freaking beast. Caitlin, you're not gonna be able to. Whoa!
Well, she didn't miss, but...
That is such a badass weapon. Was that Maddie? Did she just get a cannon to the face?
I think he's gonna get...
Yeah, okay, now here it comes. Why not lead with those things? Oh, wait. Well, yeah, no, I mistakenly said things. That is one big thing. Whoa. Oh, and they've been powered by Shimmer, of course, because they have Singed on their... Oh, shit! What? Oh, damn, he just dies like that. Okay. Ah, come on, Vi. Actually, I thought he was going to have more of an important role. Yeah. It's realistic.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Damn, she's good. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Yeah, of course.
She'd... I don't know what outcome I want here, other than I don't want everyone to die. That's... I don't want anyone to die, necessarily. You lost. Wait, who's aiming the... What? What? She was a double agent this whole time? Maddie! Should we have seen this coming?
I warned you of the hazards of professional entanglement.
Wow. No!
Desperation is the doorway to oblivion, child.
No. Oh, that's not lethal.
Hopefully not.
Come on, someone.
Appreciate your warmth.
Whoa!
Thank you, Mel.
Damn! I've never turned so fast on a character. F you, Maddie.
If you care for me at all, spare their lives. There is nothing to gain from this senseless bloodshed.
Still a fox. Soldier?
What?
Oh yeah.
Here's the wild card.
This.
That's another new skin.
That's a new skin.
Echo! Yes! I love those. Oh, and here we go! Oh,
Oh, Son! Well, the rest of Son!
yeah!
Yes!
Savika. Get down, Vi! And her shots are like rainbow colored, like all the colors. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, just add him to the... Oh.
I have a feeling this is not enough. He's not there, right?
But they broke the thing and the...
Where's Victor?
He was he never there?
Yeah. It was a ruse.
He's going straight for the hex gate.
Yeah. See what you've become.
What? Oh.
This is more like...
Victor in the... Okay.
But not completely. Like, it's still
Yeah.
like new design.
But damn!
There must be some part of you still in there.
I am more than I ever was.
Now he's going full Dr. Manhattan, right? but more evil.
Oh no, wait, that's...
Yes. What? Did Sevika die? Or
No,
are they
like
just-
they're taking over
just-
everyone.
Oh no, this is like a Geth situation, right?
You are no Madada. You remember.
Shut up and fight!
Come on.
With a knife in your... Okay, can it be 2 against 1, at least?
Oh, right in the...
Oy, 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 that's creepy. Oh, and there he is. Damn it, I thought the big thing before
Yeah,
that
I know what
was...
you did, yeah.
Catch? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Fuck me, the action, the fighting is so badass in this show. So well made. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, Caitlyn is really getting fucked up. He can still do the whole 4 seconds thing.
It is the answer you and I pursued all our lives. Choice is false. It is how we clothe and forgive the baser instincts that spur us to division. We can be of one mind.
That's what Victor wants. That can't be what Ambessa wants.
She just wants to rule, right?
Yeah, using Victor to achieve that, but it seems like she's also kind of using a power she can't control. No, not the eye! Not the eye! Can you destroy those? Destroy those! Come on! What did she do? She pulled out the knife.
And cut off the thing.
Yeah. Yep, got it.
Now!
Oh, and now she reveals the thing around her neck.
A wolf has no mercy.
Salute you, Ambassa. For one without the gift, you were quite a thorn.
Wow.
What are you doing?
I see your face, deceiver.
Sly girl.
Whoa! Way to have your cake and eat it too. I hate that expression. Why wouldn't you eat the cake if you have it?
I don't even understand. Oh wow, okay. They really did that.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a
All hail the new queen?
yeah, a case of if you defeat the ruler, you become the ruler? Sort of a thing? Or is she just like naturally the next in line? Must be.
Well, both.
Yeah.
I guess.
What happened here? What did...
Oh no, she's trapped underneath something heavy.
Looks like you shouldn't have come back.
Still don't get it, huh, sis? I'm always with you.
I like seeing them together though.
Stop this insanity, Victor.
That is precisely my intention.
That is such a freaky design.
Mm-hmm.
even do anything to stop him.
Vander.
No.
No.
Dad?
Oh, are they all gonna be sucked and into the hex gates and transported somewhere?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, use that to propel yourself forwards. Oh, the sound here. Lack of sound as well. Whoa! What? All those freaky things are just standing up there?
The sublime intersection of order and chaos.
It looks like the future that Jay saw is about to... Yeah. That's it. It's...
Everyone. Wait, what?
No. Echo. He has to be the key now.
But this is more than 4 seconds.
I know.
He sees it now.
And it is inevitable.
This is what you see.
This visual is crazy.
Damn.
They want better lives, but emotion clashes with reason. Humanity's self-corrupting contradiction.
So what, you're gonna take emotion out of the equation?
You were never broken, Victor. There is beauty in imperfections. They made you who you are.
Another trope, but
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
It works for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Or
It's a trope for a reason.
yeah. Because it works. Echo! 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Pull the damn thing!
Yes! Just keep going, keep going, keep going. No. No. Come on, Echo. Damn it! It's more than
It
4
can't end like
seconds.
this! It can't end like this!
Come on.
That device can't be.
Wha- Fucking got him.
I thought I wanted us to give magic to the world. Now, all I want is my partner back.
Why do you persist?
Because I promised you. Why did you ever give me this?
This is Victor, right?
Yeah.
But, like...
I thought I could bring an end to the world's suffering, but when every equation was solved, all that remained were fields of dreamless solitude.
Yeah.
There is no prize to perfection.
No.
Only you can show me this.
So Victor created this rift, right? To
Hmm.
make sure that Echo would come back with the device.
You must go, Jess.
No.
We finish this together.
Damn, the freaking visuals. It's gone. Ooh, ooh. Oh.
Hurry, you can make the other ledge. What are you?
He's
He's
gone.
gone.
He's not
Why?
there.
She's tried this before.
How is that still the thing still alive and fighting? Shouldn't this all be done? Oh no, she.
Always with you, sis.
Oh fuck.
If I could just lay my head down and rest, maybe then I could finally be free. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. I used to have strength today. Please let me go, go, go. Please let me go.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to us?
You may read about the war in Piltover, but history is made palatably abstract for its truth.
So,
Oh,
all the people they lost.
The exaltation of every triumph is more than one should bear.
hi, Martina.
Will carry them forever.
Wow, she's on the council now.
They actually opened up for people from soon.
Yeah, they actually.
Some light. Worth gaining. Worth fighting for.
Since she got her daughter back, I guess.
Oh, it's one of the crows from the like rose thing, right?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, her eye makeup changed.
Our story isn't over.
Oh, and she got an eye patch.
Is that singing?
It's just a tune my mother used to hum.
Are you still in this fight, Violet?
I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. Nothing's gonna clean me out.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. That did not give me a that's the end feeling at all. I don't think there's a
No.
post credit thing or anything like that. Oh wow, damn. That was a lot. That got the waterworks
Flowing.
flowing for sure. Wow. And yeah, of course, like the world moves on. Like there's still conflicts, wars to fight. Like there's no perfect end to anything. Yeah, like we got Piltover and Sawn working together here in the end, which is I'm really glad that at least was an outcome here, because that's something that we've wanted since we started this series. But then it's all the characters and all the relationships and everything that they've been through, both with each other and against each other. That's what really made this journey so special. And a handful of them didn't survive.
That was brave in a way.
Yeah, like they're continuing this world and some of these stories, but they are, what it seems like, definitively writing some of the really important characters out.
Yeah.
Again, like this was the final season of Arcane. So whatever story they're going to tell next in the worlds of League of Legends,
Runeterra, yeah.
Yeah, then I think we're done with the majority of the characters here, at least. I don't know if we're getting.
There's still like a huge catalog of
of course
champions they could delve into,
and there are things that are gonna carry over. I feel like, but I don't think we're gonna. Like when the next series comes around, we're not gonna see Vi and Caitlyn and Echo pop up.
No.
And Jace and Victor.
Yeah, maybe we should do a quick death count. Death count.
Okay, so
so we at least I'm just saying that from people that are champions.
Yeah. In this episode, so Jace and Victor. Warwick, Jinx, Ambessa,
Heimerdinger,
but that wasn't in this episode, and that's not
that's not completely confirmed.
Yeah, and I guess but you can also sort of say that with if you're going by the we didn't see a body rule, then we didn't see Jinx's, but that was a big explosion and like there wouldn't be anything left. So that also seems final.
Same with Jace and Victor, is like, because the way that they went out was like a huge like.
Yeah, they just disappeared, sucked into this weird void thing between the planes of existence and in the arcane realm or whatever you want to call it. Like, but are they then just a part of that, a part of the ether, or again, I'm just like throwing words at the screen, or are they truly dead? Have they been put to rest?
But I feel like, because I think there's a bit of a change in a way, like often when you do this sort of like time travel thing, when you erase, I guess because he didn't went back in time, perhaps that's how that changes the story a bit. But usually when it comes to then you go back in time and then you stop the thing that's happening from happening, and then that basically fades away, and then suddenly you have created a new timeline. But here it seems like we're still, because we saw like the remnants of the whole explosion, and we saw Jace's hammer just there. So we did see like all this did happen, and like what Jace went through, and even we went back to when he got, that was Victor from. Like, this was like Dr. Manhattan Victor.
From the other reality thing, yeah.
No, because like it was when you're being that omnipotent that he lived, as he said, like he lived every possibility. He lived every path that there was to live. And in all of that, Jace was the one who had to end this. And so it must mean that he went through all of it and he had the power to change something. We even saw like for every rune that he was getting, we got different runes every time.
Yeah, like he
there
tried.
Was only like it seemed like there was only this one rune. We don't know necessarily what the rune was for, how it was different than the other runes. Perhaps it was in a way to decipher it, to create Hextech and start this whole thing. But he went back in time to give him the rune to make everything happen. And I guess I just like the notion that his existence, it actually happened, and it actually like they carrying on from that. They didn't
undo everything that had happened or anything, and we went back to...
Yeah, exactly. It's not that they created a whole new timeline, because this was like the timeline that was supposed to happen, right? Because Victor was the Victor from the other side of it. Because we were just about to end everything and create this world, this path that Jace saw in this end, because it was an end. And that was like, Victor was like, okay, I made everything perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I made everything perfect. I took all suffering away. I took all disease away. I took...
desire, everything.
I took all the good things away.
I took all the emotions out of the equation.
I took everything that makes what humans are human. And then... Sorry, that made no sense. But yeah, you know what I mean. He took all that away, created perfection. And then he found nothing but loneliness and like... It was just like, there was nothing like...
Just pure solitude.
Yeah. And that's also like the realization that, okay, even though things are perfect, like as he said, like creating something that's perfect, on the other end, like you lose like the pursuit of perfection is what makes us better, right?
Yeah. We're always trying to do... or try to make the world a better place. It will never be perfect, but we should never stop trying.
Exactly.
And that is definitely a philosophy of mine, because and I get it, like in the face of adversity, a lot of people can be like, okay, then just let it all go to hell then. But even though we can be horrible and horrible things will keep happening, wars will probably never stop. Suffering will never stop. Hate, anger, all of those negative sides to humanity, they will never stop. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop striving for perfection or what can be a better world, and like should never stop no matter what.
But it's like the
again
I think he even said it, like the contradictions, like we as human beings, we are contradictions.
Yes.
Because we like what we want, like peace and prosperity. I think most people want like peace and prosperity, right? And everything to be our way, stuff like that. But because we want everything our way and we think we know the answer.
Yes.
The sole answer to what is peace and what is perfection, whatever.
What is best.
And because we're different, those different ideas.
Yeah.
They clash, and they that's the contradiction, right? Because you can't create perfection if
your idea of what perfection is differs.
Yeah, and also that if you don't include the differences as one part of your perfection, and that's the whole thing. Because as he said, Jay said it, and like that's also a contradiction itself. But he said. You always saw like disease and like your imperfections. You always saw them as weaknesses, but in fact they're just imperfections that make you who you are, and that's perfect.
Yeah, and help you also to, like strive towards making something better.
Yeah, but that's also a thing, right? Because and contradiction in itself, because of course like. We want to eradicate disease. We should be wanting to eradicate disease, and that's at least my gripe with it. It's like, it's basically just saying that okay, we're all perfect in our imperfections, but sometimes these imperfections they make like such as a disease that you can actually eradicate through whatever, should we not? Because like it's a bit like he's just trying to say like accept yourself with your imperfections, being diseased and stuff, and it's like you don't have to accept it. And that's my gripe with it. It's like, and that's a contradiction in itself.
I think like accept that it's a part of this world. It shouldn't stop you from trying to cure diseases or do the right thing, but still accepting that you're not going to have a world where those things don't exist, I guess.
Yeah, but I still like, there's still something about the wording that I don't agree with or
it's a tough subject.
But that's not what I mean. It's a contradiction in itself, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what it was. The whole thing was about.
Yeah,
as well.
Everything's just contradictions, and here, learn how to navigate it. It's like yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty damn great. And just visually how they showed some of that, and the visual representations and.
But that's like the Arcane part, so yeah.
Yeah. And then I like because Victor, his final form that we saw, or for the majority of the episode here, the really freaky version of him. When he saw through Jace meeting Victor in that reality where everything was gone, it was just solitude. He seemed surprised, like he didn't see that coming. Like that version of him saying those things. Like, oh, I haven't thought of it like that.
But I think, because this is two different Victors, right?
Yeah,
There's the one is on the other side of the end, and the one is the one that is going towards the end. And there's a whole thing, like because we see how his mask is basically like his face, that's being like somewhat substituted. Like it looks like it's like trying to substitute or kind of like bridge his like fix his face almost, right? And that's a whole there's symbolism, because when he broke that and broke it away and we saw actual Victor underneath, it's like all this time he's been striving towards perfection. He's trying to, and with this whole anomaly, he's created this sort of like perfecting himself, like Kintsugi. Perhaps that was one of the on purpose. Like they've been threading this all with the council.
With the gold and so like as an inspiration.
Exactly, like this whole thing. Like he created with this anomaly, he created a version of himself, the Kintsugi version that was like the perfect version. Yeah, I'm gonna stitch this world myself together with this perfect gold. And there was also like golden strings everywhere. So suddenly, when we break all of this like perfection that he's been striving towards, and he actually succeeded in creating this perfect whatever, then we break all of this away, and we cut down to like who Victor is underneath all of this, like his true self, like not the mask that he basically done. And we saw in the intro, like he was sitting with the mask. It was like
very.
And then we cut all of this away, and then Jay basically says, what you conceive as your own imperfections, like you conceive them as weaknesses, but your imperfections is what makes you perfect. And it's like that version of Victor, who, because he's been building this armor, putting on this mask, perhaps like he didn't see it that way, and that was like what. But he also saw the end of it, so of course he also got the knowledge of what happened. And it's
difficult to talk about, because like and especially, and we've said this so many times, when you're doing reactions and you're sitting in front of the screen, you got lights in your face, and you're sort of you're watching and trying to take it all in, but you're also aware that you're on camera. It can become very, very difficult to talk about it immediately after, and
we don't really have time to
collect our thoughts, and we're not gonna sit here and write shit down all the time. I know other reaction channels do that, and some I'm just not I'm not good at staying focused and what I'm watching while also trying to take, like, I'm gonna miss things if I do that.
And second off, this is our second language. That's not even our first language.
No.
So we also have to translate everything we're saying.
There's that on top of it, is that we're also not doing it in our native tongue. So that makes it
I promise I'm much smarter in Danish.
I'm not. But okay. So yeah, that makes it difficult to talk about and collecting our thoughts. And so I'm sure there are things we miss, there are things that we might misinterpret. Feel free to tell us in the comments. Just be kind about it and remember what we just told you. It's not like you watching the thing on the couch.
You've probably seen this a billion times before.
and having time to think. Like, you don't have to do a dissertation on camera immediately after watching something. So like,
or maybe you're just super smart.
Or maybe you're just super smart and
congratulations on that.
Yes, exactly. So let's shift focus a little bit from that and over to. Yeah, okay.
Because
sure.
like that was the whole Arcane. Because like the reason why this is called Arcane is because we're dealing with Arcane, like the Arcane realm and everything. And this is like how that part of it. But when we started Arcane back with episode 1, it was much more season 1, episode 1. It was much more focused on. Of course, we had this whole like with Jace and discovering.
Sure, but it was not as much in focus.
No, because that was much more like Vi and Powder.
Yeah, the
and
socioeconomic issues and like between Zaun and Piltover, and that it created the stage for us in a good way to tell the story, and then once we then get to the point where in season 2 and in the end here where it's way more focused on the Arcane and things are pretty damn crazy if you compare it to the beginning of season 1. But it only works because they've set the stage in the way that they have.
Sure, because we understand, why was Hextech even created in the first time. Right?
Yes, and we also need to care about this shit because it can, again, like it's very abstract and it's very out there. So people won't care about it unless they care about the world and especially the characters that inhabit that world. Season 1 did a lot of work in that regard, and there was of course also a lot of character stuff inside of this season, but yeah, a big focus in the end here on like the title of the actual series, The Arcane, and the coming together with like the magical arcane world with the real world, and can we do that through Hextech, and should we, and so beautifully done.
Yeah, sure. It's for me I definitely I've seen people being a little bit thinking it was a bit too over the place, like there was too many like storylines,
too much going on.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I think they wrapped up most of it, and especially in a very neat way, and so actually told us and showed us how everything just fits together.
Yeah.
However, there is a whole sideline. Because we moved with Medada. She was only here because she wanted Hextech, she wanted power, weapons and everything. And that's what she wanted to take somewhere else. And I think that's also what the ending here that was suggesting, that Mel now takes over for Medada or Ambessa.
Ambessa, yeah.
Even donning her makeup and everything.
And sitting with the mask. Yeah.
And we saw like the whole Black Rose thing, and there's still a lot of things about that I don't understand. Perhaps we're gonna be, if they make a new, gonna make a new series, a whole like just focuses on Mel and her.
Yeah, on Noxus. Let's go to Noxus in the next one. I think that would make sense. That would be a natural sort of progression of like from this series to the next one.
Yes, because I feel like there was a lot of things here that they didn't completely explain in the same way they would explain other things. So I definitely think that was what it was leading up towards.
Because Ambessa also she wanted these weapons and shit for a purpose, because she wanted to defend Noxus from what? So
defend Noxus that she kind of conquered. But anyway, what I meant is just there's a lot of things, because we saw how Mel was kind of, as you said, eating, like getting her cake and eating it too, in the way that she was somewhat agreeing with the Black Rose,
but also rebelling against them.
Exactly. So she was like,
While
"Oh,
taking
thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take over from here."
Yeah.
And then let them kill Ambessa, and be like, "Okay, I'm taking over from here." And in a way, like she was like, Mel and Ambessa had this whole thing was like, you ain't no lion, you're just a lamb.
Yeah, you're a fox or whatever. You should be a wolf, and then in the end, you are a wolf. So
yeah. So what I think is Mel just owning up to or taking, or she's next in line, right? So she's just gonna be Ambessa 2.0, but with like arcane powers now. So I feel like she was,
and hopefully a bit more level-headed.
I hope, but I also I have unfortunately think that she is not going to be as good-hearted, good-natured, good-spirited
going forward.
No, I think she's gonna do the whole conquest thing as well.
But why? Or we'll see when we get there.
I think that's how I interpreted the whole but you're a wolf thing.
Or at least you're willing to do what it takes, and in this case, like Mel was willing to take down her mom, but also oppose the Black Rose. And then I guess like that was just her mom's way of saying, in the end, I'm proud of you. You were actually willing to do something I didn't think you were.
Sure. That was straight up what it meant.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it was like then
foreshadowing.
Perhaps it was like what's it called when one thing has multiple meanings. That's and that it also means that she is Ambessa 2.0 and not necessarily
she's gonna get corrupted going forward.
Yes, that's what I fear.
Okay, we'll see. There was another thing that tie into the whole Black Rose thing that's going to carry over was that crow with the red eye. Yeah. Trying to find something inside of Jace's weird hammer thing there. Did it find something? And then it was also flying like next to the boats.
Yeah, I think it's a Medada crow and not necessarily a Black Rose, but a Medada crow.
Oh, okay. That could also maybe. I was just because of the red. I was thinking it was them because.
But Medada is also.
No, she's gold now.
Yeah, like she's Ambessa was red. Like she had like red.
Yeah, but her magic. I'm just like.
You're thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Power wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. She had that like green thing around her arms. I don't even remember what that was. I'm sure
it looked like runes, so some sort of.
Yeah, some sort of magic. I just have a feeling they told us at some point, or like she talked about where she got it or what it was connected to, or maybe not. It was just like magic. Yeah.
We have to, yeah.
Yes, but there was a lot of fighting in this one, which was we also said it, I think, in the previous one. Like, that's gonna suck. It's gonna be horrible because a lot of people are going to die, but it's gonna be awesome to look at. And boy, was it awesome to look at again. We lost characters, not big main characters. We also lost main characters. We also lost some characters, like the guy, I can't remember his name, but
Loris.
Maybe, yeah, the guy who kind of looked like Vander a little bit.
Yeah, Loris.
I just like.
I don't think we got a name before this.
Boom. Yeah, maybe we didn't. He just like an arrow, 3 arrows, boom, and he was gone. So that was sad. A sad, a surprise, and culminating in some. Yeah, amazing scenes. Fighting
and
again, visuals, and the whole thing. Yeah, let's go to first before we get to Vi and Jinx, quick, Maddie, what the? Okay, I didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't either. But
it makes sense.
You get what you like. You reap what you sow.
It makes sense that Ambessa would plant her in such a way and use let her get close to Caitlyn by and what she said, like that was so like, thank you for your warmth, like, and then
I did like your warmth
or something like that, and then she was just about to execute her. So like no love lost for Maddie in the end.
No, I'm thinking like when they didn't explain when this happened.
No, if that was always the case, or if she got corrupted later on by Ambessa, or maybe if we rewatch the series, we'll catch So,
exactly where.
Yeah, when and how, and there'll be little signs. But damn, yeah. And then the fight between Ambessa and Caitlin and Mel, that was brutal as fuck. And Caitlin sacrificed an eye to get her hands on the magic room thing that was wrapped around Ambessa's arm. And that was just really, really cool. She now has a cool eye patch, and her and Vi are truly together. Now,
Vi and Jinx.
Let's get into it, because of course those were the main characters for a lot of it. Or
for a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, like I would also say Jace and Victor, like really, really, really important big characters through the whole thing. And Echo, to me is like, he was the hero sort of the story. I wanted him to be, because I really, really like Echo. But I feel like with him, like, because he came in and he, oh my god, did he save the day. And that was so freaking awesome. Loved seeing it.
Yeah, but
I don't feel closure with his character yet.
No.
I want, if anyone is going to carry over,
I want a whole series on Echo.
Yes, let's just get the whole, next series you do, just call it Echo. Let's follow him. Or maybe not, in his pursuit to find Heimerdinger again, or I don't know. But that was,
But he's giving me a lot, like, I know this is perhaps a bit weird, but he's giving me some Rage Against the Machine kind of vibes, and I'm here for it. And this whole, because obviously he was a bit like an underground, like rebel coming from the underground, like he was like. Yeah, and I just got a lot of like Race Against the Machine kind of.
I get it. I don't.
And that's also another reason I love him so much, because like it's just some.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's favorite character might be Echo, or one of them.
Might, yeah.
Yeah, just everything he learned from that amazing 7th episode, turning back time, and how he used it here. And it was just like, it's been a while since I've been so hyped watching something and just like on the edge of my seat.
But I do feel like him and Jinx coming in at the end, I understand, but I feel like it's a bit of like a Deus Ex Machina, a little bit, because it feels it doesn't feel.
It was set up in the way where it definitely could feel like a Deus Ex Machina, or like it was.
Yeah, but it's not that as I said, I understand, and but it did feel a bit. I don't know. I just feel like it was another means to, like, they were just used as a. I just like, I can't explain it. Obviously, I can't explain it. There's just something off with like the way that they treated this. Like, I felt like they fell so much in the background. I know that there was a whole episode on what could have been, kind of, and that was beautiful and amazing and probably the best episode of the whole show. But I still feel like there was there's just something about it that, about this here in the end, and
that they were kind of in the background, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, boom, here they are to save the day.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then of course, like, there's a whole thing with Jinx and how her story, like, it makes sense the way that they use them to get here and everything, because it's like, it tells a story about their character development, how Jinx especially, right, that she was just such a Jinx, and then in the end she is the one that goes out with Vander.
Yeah.
And not Vi necessarily reliving the whole thing again.
And then just, thematically, like the round blue thing.
Create an explosion where...
like just from where we started and now, and Yeah,
and how she got salvation from that. Because she's been feeling at this point, and Vi even said it as well, like she felt like she was choosing the wrong decision every time, like it was always the wrong thing.
Yeah, whatever I do, people suffer. The people, like the ones I care about, die.
It's not what she said.
No, but I'm paraphrasing. Sorry, I'm bad at it.
Yeah, but it's just Jinx has felt the exact same. That she's been so tormented by how even though she wanted to do good, she never did the right thing, and she never did it well enough, and she never like saved anyone. She just ended up being a Jinx and just messing everything up. And here in the end, she finally got to do
it was
that one thing.
Pretty clear instance of like, you can save your sister here.
Yeah, and like the whole Echo even said it when he recruited her. It was like, we've done shit in the past, but that doesn't mean that we can't do well now or do the right thing now.
Yeah. And I like that a lot, because that was a thing that Caitlyn was very adamant about. Like, your mistakes, whatever mistakes you've made in the past, or whatever you do now won't absolve you of the mistakes you've made in the past. Like, they will always define you. Like, she was so focused on that, whereas for Echo, because of what he just went through, had the opposite viewpoint, where no, they don't define you. You can move on from them. And I subscribe to that.
Well, I subscribe to some sort of like a middle ground. Oh my God, who am I being the centrist in this? But I subscribe to some sort of a middle ground, because yes, your mistakes define you. And you cannot absolve yourself from the mistakes, but you can learn from them and you can grow. And you should, I do believe in second chances.
You can always move forward.
And that's like, and I also thought it was so powerful. I think that it was the last episode where it's like, I even said it during the episode, but I also think it was very powerful here that when we want a second chance, we do not choose, like, as you even said, like, second chances are given. They are not like other people give you a second chance. It's like,
yes, it's not something you take for yourself.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that was also such a powerful statement that
can only be given, and it's only through these complicated relationships that we have with each other.
Who decides whether you get a second chance, right? It's all up to the person that gives the second chance, right?
Exactly. Been wronged or...
And in this chance, in this instance, it was Echo giving Jinx another chance.
Yeah.
Despite their past transgressions and everything.
Yeah, I really, really love that. Really, really do.
So powerful.
And then, in the end, the tale of the two sisters, it ended with Vi sitting in front of the fireplace and actually being able to not sing but hum a little bit, and nothing is ever going to erase the past, but it will always be a part of you, and thankfully so here, like what Jinx did in the end will always be a part of Vi moving forward. But
I also think it was some sort of like relief a little bit, or
because
now she could move past it.
Now you can rest with everything that you've been through, and she wasn't herself anymore. Like, she wasn't Powder.
No, like Jinx, but I was thinking about Vi as well. Like, she was not like herself either. She went on a full bender where she was just
she
care and everything.
Went on a journey as well.
And now she's like, even though of course she still feels grief, she's somewhat relieved, right? Because especially here in the end, like the way that Jinx sacrificed herself, it was like a good deed in the end. And I hope, and I think that's also what happened with Vi, that somehow she changed her perspective on her. And that's also how she was. Yeah, I think sometimes it's much easier to deal with loss like this than the loss of, like, if you see someone turn basically evil,
Definitely. Like, saying goodbye to Jinx, and in that, saying goodbye to the memory of Powder in this way, and also Vanda, their dad, in this way. It means more than having them live on in these tortured versions of themselves and what they used to be. Like, now they can rest, because like what happened way back then in the third episode of the first season, that is when both Powder and Vanda died. And then they have also they have been a part of the series moving forward, but as Jinx and Warwick.
Yeah. But also that Vi now gets to share happy memories of them instead of just, as you said, like the tormented version of them. Like,
yeah, you get to remember them
And and I think, of course, that's also a whole like discussion, because I haven't lost like that. So of course I can just sit here and be very privileged about that. But I also think that when we talk about the grief of losing someone, whether they're alive or dead, it's like a discussion between people that have lost like that. Because when you lose them physically, you still have good memories of them. But if you lose them bad, then or you lose them to and then like the bad memories basically corrupt you, like your memory of them, and then like it becomes becomes bad. So would you rather have like all the bad memories of a person that still exists, or do you want to have like happy memories of a person that has lived and does not anymore? And I think that's obviously a discussion for another time. Also because I can't really attest to it. So.
Oh you don't have any personal experience with that, thankfully.
No.
But that was just thematically and just narratively, everything just beautifully done, emotionally. Just it hits you right there. Wow, Arcane. That was beautifully done. Just you mentioned it once or a couple of times here. I don't know. We've been talking for a long while. The if I am to mention something that or a gripe with this season, is that sometimes throughout the characters that I really wanted to see more of or spend time with and like would have considered the main characters like Vi and Jinx and Echo, like they fell a little bit in the background. Because we also opened up and focused so much on the arcane aspect of it all, and then throwing in new characters and a lot of new stuff. But that's the only gripe really, because it was just maybe 9 episodes just wasn't enough. Maybe they could have spaced it out, like the story a little bit more. But I still applaud them for deciding that no, this is 2 seasons and done. That's the story we want to tell, and we're not like, we're just gonna put our foot on the gas. We're not gonna let up until the end of it here. And that is what it really feels like. I'm gonna need some time for
sure
all
let it all
this.
to sink in.
Yes, and again, like I'm sure we missed a handful of things, and there's probably aspects, characters, plot threads and whatever that we didn't even talk about here. But as my shirt says, that's it. I'm done. I'm pretty much done. So unless you have anything you want to add to to it,
if we turn back time like 10 years or something, when I played a lot of League of Legends and I saw this happening, I would be like over the moon. Like I would have no idea that they would do something like this. Of course, as I mentioned, we did watch a lot of some of the cinematic
stuff when
and that was really good at that point.
It's cool, but like a cinematic trailer is a cinematic trailer. It can never, like, even if it's like 5 or 6 minutes long, it's not the same as a full series or even a full episode of something or a movie. Like, it's not really that comparable, other than, wow, that's a cool concept. Here, it was definitely more than a concept. That was a full-fledged story that they told.
And 21, 22-year-old me would be so so happy to know that this was a thing, and also that
you would have been over
the works.
Over the moon back then. Now we're a little bit older, still loving it, and more is in the works, and we're going to be even older when we watch that and get to that. And I also had like not a frightening thought the other day, but The Witcher 4 that just got announced, another franchise that we are both big fans of, at least when it comes to the games and the books, not necessarily the series. We don't even really know when the 4th one is coming up, and they have announced that it's a trilogy. So it's like, when that trilogy is wrapped up, are we gonna be like 50 or like like in our mid 40s? And it's just like, no, just stop aging, please. That's not gonna happen. Are we done?
I guess,
yeah. One last thing is Danish word of the day. The last one with Arcane here. Did we talk about one in particular?
Perhaps dirt.
Oh yeah, because that was the title of the episode, the dirt under your nails, and that is, I guess, like thematically, you can throw that into everything we just talked about and everything with like striving towards perfection, but don't embrace imperfections, and yeah. I don't even know really what I'm saying, but like
humanity is the dirt under
we
our
are the
nails.
dirt under the
We
fingernails.
cannot clean that shit off.
No, exactly, and that's what I said to Caitlin. So let's just translate dirt, I guess. I wanted it to be more of a grand word, but we had the grand word in the previous one with omnipotent. So dirt in Danish is
skidt.
Yes. Which can also mean that shat. Like
Sure. If you are dirty, you are biscuit.
Yes.
So it's basically, I think it's like a version of that.
Yes. So that's what we would call it. If you have dirt under your nails, you have skidt under your nails. Under dine negle. The bonus word. Nail, negl. Nails, negle.
Now I feel like there are more words like to describe dirt. Like, of course, there's like jord, that is like
but that's
dirt, like the dirt.
The dirt on the ground,
Yeah,
but that's more specific. I think that'll do it. If there's another word, I'll put it in the pinned comment. That also, you can also translate it too. But that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of Arcane Season 2, the final episode of the series. Thank you guys so much for following along on this journey. I know like we weren't able to watch any of the seasons like exactly like when they were coming out from week to week. Had to like the first one we watched like a half year and a year after it came out, and this one we weren't even going to watch it, but then you managed
someone insisted.
You managed to carve out some time for Arcane Season 2. So I'm grateful for that, and I hope you guys are grateful as well that we actually managed to do this one, even though we already kind of said that we weren't, and we did it anyway.
Surprise!
So surprise! It's at the end of the final episode. Oh, surprise! By the way, should have done that at the beginning of the first one, but yeah. That'll do it. Thanks again. See you as soon as possible. Bye.
Bye.